Welcome to the Arithmetic Fundamentals HP Prime Guide Denominate Measurements video. In this video, we are interested in denominate measurements or denominate numbers. Denominate numbers, rather than abstract numbers, are concrete numbers that are interested in units of measurement. We're going to look at capacity, volume, weight, mass, time, length, surface area, and solid volumes. We're going to use the convert command and the convert command in an abbreviated method. The physical key unit generates soft key tool menus and soft key units menus, which flip out to the various units that we will be using. We will be using capacity, weight, time, length, surfaces, and solids, with the calculator using the words volume, mass, time, length, area, and volume. Let's take a look at the convert command in the tools soft key, units physical key. Shift, unit, the convert comes up. If we say OK, let's look at the help for the convert command. The command takes the form convert volume unit 1 space 1 unit 2. Technically, this underscore shouldn't be here because when you hit the unit command, it automatically puts the underscore in. There is an alternate form that is easier to use. We call this alternate form the abbreviated form because it involves less steps. In use, the alternate form is quite easy. Type a number, then we go up to the flyout and press M so it puts in underscore parentheses M, hit our store button, go up to the flyout, hit CM, it types underscore CM. So the big advantage to this over the convert option is we don't have to use the command convert and we don't have to use the 1. We just type it in directly. So here it shows what we're doing, but when we do it in actuality, we see the underscore with parentheses involved. Let's perform this calculation inside the metric system. Escape, clear out this. 2. Need our units. Length, meters. Store the answer in terms of centimeters. Units, length, centimeters. Press enter. We get that 2 meters is equal to 200 centimeters. Earlier, we mentioned that there were minor differences when we are in CAS view. When we're in home view and we do it in abbreviated form, it converts the answer to 0. In CAS view, it has a 1 and it has a decimal. So let's go ahead right now and switch ourselves back over to home view. Let's repeat this calculation in home view. 2 units, length, meters, store, units, length, centimeters. Notice that we get a 0 where when we were in the CAS view, we ended up with the 1. Switching back to home view, we see that we have a 0. So this is just a minor differences that happens between the two views. Let's use the convert command instead of the alternate abbreviated form. Shift, units. We need our tools. We want convert, so we'll press OK. We have to put in our 2. Then we'll go to units, Switch over to the soft key units, go to length, meters. We need a comma separating the two. When we use the convert command, we must put the 1 in. Shift, units, length, centimeters. Press enter. And we see we get the same answer. The difference is when we're in our home view and we use the regular convert command, we see the 1. When we use the abbreviated command, we see the 0. Here are examples from all the different areas that we will do in this section. 2 more comments before we leave this page. Here are the steps that we use when we use the abbreviated method. When we use the abbreviated method, we did so in these examples where we have 0. When we have 1, we use the convert command from the tools menu. We have switched our notebook over to capacity and volume, and we will now clear out our calculator. I find the abbreviated alternate form easier and will use it for the rest of the section's conversion. The section's topics are based on the Silver Burdette Arithmetic series, early 20th century tables on measurements. The first thing we do is duplicate the table's entry in our calculator. Entry 1 of the table. 2. Then we need units, volume, capacity. We want liquid pints, store, units, volume, capacity, quarts. Press enter. Use the same procedure for the second entry in the table. What part of a gallon is 2 quarts and 3 quarts? We will use the list operator so we can work both these problems at one time. We need the list operator. Then we need 2, shift, units, volume, capacity, quart, comma, 3 units, volume, capacity, quarts. Then we need to move outside of the list, so we can use our pad or we can use our finger or click to move outside of this. Hit our store, use units operator, volume, capacity, scroll till we get gallon US, press enter, get our answers. Follow the same procedure for the second question over here to come up with the answer. We need to use our list operator again and move outside our list operator and do the same procedure that we did for the one above it. The last thing we need to do is come up with compound denominate measures. Books call this compound measures. Express 3 gallons, 2 quarts, and 1 pint, all as pints. We want to do this calculation in our calculator. What we want to do is use abbreviated alternate mode to enter this into our calculator. Let's square our calculator. Use lists. 3 unit capacity volume gallon US, comma, 2 units capacity volume quart, comma, 1 units, capacity volume, liquid pints, move outside, store, units, capacity volume, pint, press enter. Our last step for this first part of the measurement video is to do the ELIST_SUM command. Instead of using the catalog to get to the SIG command, we'll go directly there by hitting the toolbox, go to Math, List, scroll, and press Sigma List. Now all we have to do is highlight this entry, copy it, and press enter to get our answer to be 29 pints.